question 8 is worth 60 marks. And it has a part A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Two brothers, Owen and Peter, began work in 2005 on starting salaries of 20,000 and 17,000 per annum, respectively. Owen's salary increased by €500 per annum, and Peter's salary increased by $1,250 per annum. So part A. Complete the table showing the annual salary of each brother for the years 2005 to 2010. So kind of similar to the one above. Owen starts at 20,000. That's going to increase 500 per annum. So that's 20,500, 21,000, and so on. Just fill that out. And here we start at 17,000, but you're going up in steps of 1,250. So Owen begins with 20,000 per annum salary, and it goes up 500 per year. So then that becomes 21,000, 21,500, 22,000, and 22,500. That's 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010. So then that's going to be 19,500, that's going to be 20,750, that's going to be 22,000, and that's going to be 23,250. Let's check the question, complete the table showing the annual salary for each of the years 2005 to 10. And we did that. Part B, in what year will both earn the same amount? So we look at the table and 2009. Both earn the same in 2009. Part C. Owen claims that their salaries over the years can be represented by an arithmetic sequence. Explain what an arithmetic sequence is. Well, the difference between terms is constant. So, difference between successive terms is constant. So T nth term. So Tn is the nth term. So then Tn minus 1 is equal to D, which is a constant. So that's the is constant. Part 2. Do you agree with Owen? Well, yes, because the difference between successive terms is constant. Owen's salary is increasing by 500 every year, and Peter's by 1250. So yes, I agree. agree. Since, well, I just want to check, do I need to give a since, or do I just have to agree? Do you agree with Owen? Explain your answer. Since the difference in salaries is constant, and I could chuck in in successive salaries. So that's A, B, and C done. Find, in terms of n, a formula that gives own salary in the nth year. So what was own salary? It was 20,000 plus 500. Sorry. Own salary in nth year is 20,000 plus 500 n minus 1. So in the first year we have 20,000 plus 500 times 0, because it's t1 minus 1, so that's correct. And the second year, well, it's gonna increase by 500, because each time n increases, that increases. So we end up with 20,500 and so on. So the formula for our own salary in the nth year is 20,000 plus 500 multiplied by n minus 1. So that's part D done. Using your formula, find own salary in 2015 or otherwise. 2015. The first year was 2005. N equals 1 is 2005. N equals 2 is 2006. So 2015 is going to be, is it 10 or 11? Well, you take away, in 2006 it's 1 away, so you take away 2005 and you get 10 and you add 1. So 2015 is going to be n is equal to 11. So let's check that one more time, because that's the, you know, it's a simple enough question and that's the mistake you can make. 2006 is n equals 2, so you take away 2005 from the year and you add 1 to get n. So it's n is equal to 11. Now we plug that into our expression. So T11 is equal to 20,000 plus 500 multiplied by 10, because 11 minus 1 is 10. So that means 25,000 euro. So we have own salary in 2015, and that's part E. Part F. Find, in terms of n, a formula that gives the total amount earned by Peter from the first to the nth year of the pattern. Well, we know that his salary is in arithmetic sequence, So we just want to use the summation formula and then just plug in the appropriate numbers. So salary is an arithmetic sequence, so we can use the formula. So Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So d is €500, a is 20,000, and we just want the general expression. We don't we're not adding the first 10 or anything like that. So Sn is equal to n over 2 times 40,000 plus n minus 1 times 500. Checking the thing. Find in terms of n for the first to the nth year of the pattern. Yeah, so we just have an expression with n, except it says the total amount earned by Peter, not by Owen. So for Peter, not Owen. So then D becomes 1,250 and A becomes 17,000. So then if we just plug those in, we have n over 2 times 2a, that's going to be now 34,000 plus n minus 1 times 1,250. So that's wrong, or that's for Owen's salary, while we're talking, the question was for Peter. And we can simplify this further. So that's going to be 34,000 n divided by 2 plus 1250 n squared over 2 minus 1250 n over 2. So I take away 1250 n from 34,000 n to get 32,750 n over 2. Wait, take away 1,000 from 34,000 and get 33,000. Take away 250, yeah. Plus 1250 n squared over 2. So that's your formula for Peter's total salary. And in fact, you can just divide by 2. So that's going to be 16,375 n plus 625 n squared. So part G. Well, just check F one more time since I did make a mistake. Find in terms of n a formula, so you're not looking for a number, that gives the total amount earned by Peter. So Peter starts at 17,000 and increases at 1250 from here. Remember, 17,000 and increases by 1250 for the first 10 years. So we did that. using the formula, or otherwise, find the total amount earned by Peter from the start of 2005 to the end of 2015. So you could just add up the numbers in your calculator, since it does say or otherwise, but we're just going to use the formula. So we have that total sum is 625n squared plus 16,375n. Then we want n is equal to 11. So then it's 625 times 11 squared plus 16,375 times 11. And you can just plug that into your calculator to get 75,625 plus 180,125. Add those up, you get 255,750 euros. So the final part is, give one reason why the graph below is not an accurate way to represent Peter's salary over the period. Well, that graph seems to suggest that the salary is increasing in a continuous manner, so that the salary halfway through the year is half the salary at the beginning of the start of the year and the start of next year. Well, actually the salary jumps. So that's one reason why the graph below is not an accurate way to represent Peter's salary. So he starts making 17,000, then it jumps by 1250, then it'll stay at that rate for that year, then it'll jump, and so on. So salary jumps as opposed to increases continuously, as suggested by the graph. And that's one reason why the graph below is not an accurate way to represent Peter's salary. And that's the end of question 8.